Mwenya Chisanga, who is 1-8-1, and he suffered 3 KOs in his defeats. He's born in Zambia and he resides in Chichester. He looked quite happy on the scales yesterday. He seemed like a fighter that's just happy to be here.
Yeah, he definitely looks like an athletic individual, so expect the weight rate.
Yeah, he's in incredible shape, and that's what I mean. Sometimes, you know, when you see these fighters and they've got all these muscles and they look so strong, but then you look at his records, it just goes to show it's not always about the aesthetics, is it? And here we go, we can see that Matthew King has got his fans here. Oh, and I like this song, Dr. Dre 187.
Now he's an exciting fighter. He's a tall welterweight, and I'm really excited to see Matthew here because he had a tough fight last time out against a really decorated amateur, Edward Donovan, and I think it kind of overshadowed how good he was as a fighter. Edward was just a different kind of level, but he's good. He moves well. He counter punches. I think he's good. Especially for his size as well, he moves well for his size.
Yeah, he's 6'1" tall. And what I'd like to add is that he's got the alias of Cobra. And that is a name we're going to see a few times tonight, Cobra. There's a lot of snakes in here tonight, and that's including, well, it's not including the ones outside the ring, is it? I mean, look at the shape of Chisanga. He's in absolutely phenomenal shape.
And this is the thing, if you're not switched on with these journeymen, you will get beat.
10 fights, and only won 1.
You just hear the crowd behind us erupting.
Yeah, Matthew's definitely brought his crowd with him tonight.
Huge support in the house tonight for Matthew.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing that I find interesting about Matthew is that he lost his debut. And you get that with some fighters. They lose their debut, but they keep going and they get better as they go on.
Even in the loss, you could see his skill. He was in the fight. Do you know what I mean? He just got broken down bit by bit, but you could see his skill, you could see his movement, the counter punch, and it was all there. And that's why I'm excited to watch him tonight.
Okay, he's definitely started fast. 3 combination. He's got some nice feet on him.
That's what he does. He throws and moves really well.
I was about to say,
he's got good ring IQ.
He moves to both sides as well.
Yeah, and you'll watch him. He's very comfortable on the ropes as well.
Have a look, the ref just split them up there.
It's interesting because for a 6'1" fighter with long levers, you wouldn't think that they can fight well on the inside, but he can. Inside, outside.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought he was going to get his 9th defeat by KO there, but they're still going. Matthew looks so calm, so collected. But you can see that he's really focused in the fight.
Yeah, and he's just trying to establish the jab, the distance, and he's just trying to read him at the moment.
Yeah, very long levers. Throws like a nice quick 1-2-3 combo as well. Haven't really seen Mwenya throw much, really, to be fair. He's there, but he's not throwing anything, really, is he?
I think he's just trying to get his respect by taking the center of the ring, and then I think he's more of an inside fighter.
Yeah, I said
from the first glance.
Yeah, I said that, and he just threw an uppercut, actually. and his southpaw, which doesn't seem to bother Matthew.
Matthew's just feeling him out. Once he gets the reins with the jab, I think you're going to see some combinations come off that.
Yeah, you can see that he's got quite fast hands. Moving around the ring. With this kind of opponent, do you think you really need to move that much? Beautiful right hand there. Yeah, Matthew's finding his range now.
You might want to keep this long because it does get a little bit messy on the inside by Mwenya.
Yeah, he's just trying to tie him up, isn't he? Not really got much other answers for Matt. Being the shorter fighter, and he seems to... Yeah, Chisanga seems quite wild with his shots. And sometimes when you get like a fighter that's not really throwing that much, it can get frustrating for the opponent. Because you can see with his style, he likes a boxing match. Matt wants to have a boxing match. So with someone that's just going to sit in front of him, try and hold on to him, use his strength, and not really throw back much, it will frustrate him.
It's an interesting fight because you've got Matthew trying to establish his range, and then you've got Mwenya who's trying to get sort of on the inside. So it's interesting to see over the next round or two what's going to happen with this one, because that was just a feeling out round.
Yeah. His coach is just giving him some advice, saying wait, and then start to throw the shots. But I think that's what he's saying. Maybe I'm just...
Yeah, he's just trying to get him to go the distance. He put his hand up there as if to say, look, use your hand as a range fighter.
Yep.
Finder, sorry.
Yep.
And then throw the shots off that. To me, that makes sense.
Let's see what comes from this fight then. Touch first. A nice, lovely, long jab from Matt.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do, yeah.
Do you see what I mean? He wants to box long. But Chisanga's coming in.
I mean, a big mention to Blvckbox Global as well, because Dean and the matchmaker, they've done a good job in these first 3 bouts matching them up. I would say almost perfectly for grassroots boxing.
Yeah. Definitely. Is there any sponsors on there that we need to shout out, actually?
Yeah, there is actually. So we want to give a shout out to Val Sports and Dr. Shea, should I say, sorry.
Yeah, Timeless Watches as well. Valley City Car Services. I think you've already mentioned Val Nutrition.
Dirty South Boxing.
And of course, Blvckbox Management and Blvckbox Global. Once again, small hall shows, giving these guys a time to showcase their skills. I can just see Matthew getting frustrated.
Yeah, he's rushing his work a little bit here. I think I'm not 100% sure. I didn't hear every word the coach said, but
that was
it was
nice
along the lines
yeah.
of throw the jab in, and then everything will come off that. And I think it's good advice.
Yeah, I like the way he throws his combinations and moves out the way. It was a good shot by both of them.
It's interesting because in Mwenya's corner, you've got Curtis Gargano, who loved to tear up. He's a North-based boxer up in Manchester, and he loved to tear up when he was a fighter.
Right, okay.
So you're probably going to find with Mwenya, he's probably not afraid to trade when he gets on the inside and he gets his opponent, as you can see there.
I was about to say, just like that then.
And he's got power.
He's got power, but he really swings wide with his shots. You know, we've come from, you know, a Fori that's quite tidy, compact, and doesn't waste his shots. And then we can see with Chisanga that he's just quite wild with it. You know, the power's there. You can see that, you know, he's built quite well. But it's just wild. It's just a bit too brawl-like.
I think Matthew just needs to settle down here, sting the jab, and then everything will come off that. Once you make your opponent hesitate a little bit, just for a split second, then you can throw the 3-4 punch combination and move around and again.
And I think the awkwardness as well that will come from this is the fact that Chisanga's southpaw. And, you know, that is a difficult opponent to deal with.
But this is valuable experience. You don't want to face your first southpaw when you're on the big stage. You want to face a few before you get there.
Yeah. Let's have a look. The jab ain't working. Just trying to get what his coach is saying to him. Because like I said, he wants to box. He wants to box at range, but he's not allowing it. Chisanga's taking the fight to him, and he's changing the fight so it's Chisanga's fight. And you can see that it's frustrating him a bit.
Now that's interesting. His coach is telling him to walk him onto the right hand because the left jab isn't working. And then he's saying throw the left hook after that. So what he's basically saying is, from what I read, feint, make him come in, hit him with the right, and then come round with the left. So let's see if he can put this together. But this is a really good test for him at this stage of his career.
Yep, in round 3 or 4, we go again.
And massive credit to Mwenya. He's not come negative, like I said before. He's come to fight.
Oh, yeah, he definitely hit him with a nice power punch there. That was a nice right hand. It was like a hook.
See the right hand?
Yep. But to be fair,
nearly
both of them,
caught him there.
I was about to say, both of them got quite good footwork there. They both threw the same shot and then spun out the way of each other.
Yeah, Mwenya's really loading up here, isn't he?
I was about to say, yeah. He seems like he's gaining a bit of confidence as well. What are your thoughts?
Well, he's taken the centre of the ring, hasn't he?
He's making it his fight, and this is what I said, will frustrate Matt.
There's shades of amateur fights in here, isn't it? It's a bit of work rate. It's a bit on top of each other.
Oh, here we go. Matt started to put the pressure on there, started to back him up towards the ropes, but then the clinch came in.
He's a good boxer. He doesn't need to rush his work. Just take your time. Walk him onto the right and everything will come off that.
Let's have a look. You can see Chisanga is trying to look for what shot he's going to throw into him. He anticipated the jab, was able to step out the way and come back with a counter shot. I know you said about Chisanga not minding training, but to be fair, King's not afraid to trade either, is he? Oh my days, Chisanga nearly got him out of there then. Did you see that?
There have been moments in this fight where they've both connected at the same time as well, so it's interesting. But Mark's not fearing the, Matthew's not fearing the power at all.
I was about to say, who's Mark?
So,
who is Mark? Have we even got a Mark on the card?
Matthew, I do apologise.
You're not going to call him Luke next time. We have got a Luke on the card. You're not going to call him Luke. John, maybe? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. I digress. Here we go. Back to the boxing. They're both trading off there.
I think he needs to go with what his coach was saying about banging the right hand in, move the opponent round with the left hand, step around the opponent, and then open up for the left hook.
I hear what you're saying, but I think that's quite difficult once you're in there because Chisanga's just, he's not too bad on his feet either.
He's got good movement as well, to be fair.
You know, and you can see him growing in confidence as the rounds are going on. I'd like to see how this would have been if it was a 6-rounder, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely be interesting.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
I think that's the athleticism, isn't it? Where he's moving back quite well out of range. He's stepping around, he's quite comfortable.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, in the corner, he looks really comfortable, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, to be fair. Doesn't look like he's gassing, out of breath or anything. Quite relaxed. Oh, let's have a look at that replay. Yeah, that
didn't quite connect with the right though. Yeah. Close. I think in this last round, he's just got to take the authority a bit more. He's just got to control the bout a little bit more and be the first one to punch.
Well, it's
foot controlled.
Yeah, it's just about not letting it be your opponent's fight. But to me, Chisanga's making it his fight as well. He's making it difficult
Yeah, huge credit to
for King to have that control to say it's his fight.
Yeah.
I don't know, how are you scoring this?
It's a very close fight. I'd be interested to see what the judges say.
Because we can see that the punch output is high by King, no doubt.
I mean, there haven't been too many clean punches from Chisanga, but
yeah,
it's a very close fight. You could say it's even right now. It's very, very close. You could edge it towards Matt. It's very, very close. I'll be interested to see.
But because those punches aren't clean, would you say that
nice
King's
left
got
there.
it?
I think he's just got to put it together this round. He started well. That was a nice left there.
But Chisanga's
But then he's
coming
caught
with
on
it,
the way in, yeah.
And this is exactly what I'm saying. Chisanga wants him to come in. You know, the key is to probably just box his head off at distance. But he's not making it that easy for him to do that. That's good. He found a bit of range there through the jab and made Chisanga miss. Oh, it's the counters that Chisanga throws. And look at his feet.
He's not connecting cleanly, but he's giving him something to think about.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think what we're seeing here is Matt is starting to come into the fight as it goes on. Sometimes you see this on grassroots where you get to the third and fourth round and the opponent has started to read their opponent. And you're right, almost like another 2 rounds, this would be really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. It's a shame that this is a 4-rounder. What's his gum shield? What is it? All right. What have I missed?
Just a bit of dirty work on the inside.
Ref's giving him a warning. Chisanga doesn't look phased. It's like, yep, let's crack on. Oh, do you see that with the wild shots there?
He's trying to walk him onto a wild left hook.
Yeah, and it takes so much energy
Sorry,
out of
right
you.
hand, I do apologise.
Yeah, King's coming into himself now, throwing the nice combinations, keeping out the way. I'll say, as Chisanga hits him with 2. It's so unpredictable.
But I agree with you because it is tricky boxing a southpaw, especially when you've only had a few bouts as a pro boxer.
It's just the way that Chisanga comes in, you know. Oh, I don't like the look of Matt's legs here. His legs look a little bit wobbly, unless it's just me. Here we go.
He's just chasing him a little bit here, isn't he?
Yeah, but his legs did look a little bit wobbly, but I don't know, that might have just been me.
It's interesting how the taller fighter hasn't been using the jab to his advantage. The range.
Well, I think he's tried to. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more credit to give to Mwenya. He's tricky, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's definitely
Even
tricky.
his head movement when you throw is quite good at reactions as well.
And he's countering. This is
It's
really
a nice body shot and combination, actually.
Chisanga's going for it.
It's a fantastic end to the fight. And I'm going to be interested to see how this is scored.
Yeah,
now.
definitely. But you know what? It was a good match from both of them. And really entertaining fight.
You learn more from fights like this than you do by blowing an opponent away.
Absolutely. I don't know, if you was a prospect coming through, would you want to fight Chisanga?
Not in my first or second fight, I'll tell you that now.
I'll tell you, it gives you something to think about, doesn't it?
100%, yeah. And a big shout out to Dean White, who's just passing around the ring now. You probably see him just behind the fighters and the ref there. The venue is really starting to fill up now. He's done this all by himself.
Well, there you go. He's got the win. I'd actually have liked to have spoken to Chisanga after this fight. But we're going to hand over to our lovely Melissa Zad that's doing the post-fight interviews.